scene here during a gorgeous sunset. Quite a backdrop for our broadcast tonight. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. And here's what the schedule for Orlando looks like. On Wednesday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Then on Friday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Toronto Raptors. Here are the five for the Raptors. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Norman Powell is out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Gasol in at the five, roaming the paint. And for the Magic, Fournier out there with Markelle Fultz. Then there's Jonathan Isaac. And it's Birch in at the center, filling out the middle. Now here's Fournier. Knocks it loose. Powell with the steal. And the dunk by Powell.
This, to me, is where he can be lethal. In fast break situation, Norman Powell's speed's a problem. Guys, how about the journey of the Raptors' Nick Nurse? So well-traveled before taking the head job in Toronto. This guy has shown his worth. In his first season as a head coach in the NBA, it translates to a title. Absolutely incredible.
One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Now here's Fultz, covered by VanVleet. Now here's Fultz. He's coming off a 16-point game against Detroit.
And it wasn't only his scoring, the intensity on defense. He nabbed 3 steals that night.
Now here's Isaac. Markelle Fultz unable to get his last shot to go.
Well, this has to contribute to Markelle Fultz's confidence, showing right there he can get through the defense.
And Coach Nick Nurse paid some dues, Doris, before his turn as head coach of this Toronto team.
Well, think about it. Early in his career, he's a player coach in the British Basketball League. Then he goes and establishes a G League franchise in his home state of Iowa. Then to lead that team to a title in 2011, join another G League team for the Raptors and win a title in 2013. Really an incredible journey, guys.
Here's Fultz, following the basket by Marc Gasol. Just 2 to shoot. That one goes. Counted.
Well, terrific to see Markelle Fultz knock it down, looking more and more assertive in the mid-range.
VanVleet looking around. Gasol kicks to Powell. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by a 1-2. Magic have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here. Orlando ball. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Break Toronto. Here's Powell. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Anunoby. No good on the 3. And here's Fournier. He brings it up for Orlando. Trailing by 2. Last time they came together was in Toronto, where they fell to the Raptors.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd, and that's obviously easier said than done.
I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
The Raptors have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. It's not going to go for them. The Magic go the other way with it. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, we were able to talk with Steve Clifford. Well, they have had their share of issues going up against this talented Raptors team. Coach said they can suffocate you outside with their defense. We just need to be quicker on our decisions as an offense, and that should open things up. Easier said than done against the defending champs. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Toronto's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Now here's VanVleet, guarded by Fultz. They could use a bucket. And Gasol with the lay-ins. Gasol's got his second basket of the night.
Well, Marc Gasol, 7'1". That's an easy one.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Fultz the pass to Birch. That does not fall. Still looking for his first basket after 3 shots. The drive by Siakam. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here. Rebound by the Magic. Fournier gets a wide open look. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Raptors leading by 4. Here's Van Vliet. Yep, that one goes in there.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Undrafted out of Wichita State, Fred Van Vliet. Never the most heralded player, Doris. But you know, he says he bet on himself, and it's worked.
No doubt. Van Vliet's belief in himself gets him a 2-year, $18 million contract. But I think beyond that, this man, in the moments that mattered most in the playoffs, proved that Fred Van Vliet will deliver.
Let's use this break for a quick look at the squads that really made it happen on the fast break last season. In fourth, the Raptors.
I mean, it's a crowd-pleasing style, right? I mean, this club just got out and ran at every possible chance.
Fournier against Powell. Pass to Birch. Over in the corner, Fultz. 3 on the clock. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Fultz has got 6 points.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
Van Vliet with it. Coming off a solid outing against Philadelphia. Siakam inside. He's covered by Isaac. Goes back up. It's Gasol missing.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Can we remember this guy is 6'10", so if he's in position, turn the lights out.
Here's Van Vliet. The Magic getting the bucket. There's the pass to Siakam. Birch grabs the board.
Credit the defense right there. They have not allowed this guy to get going at all in this period.
Now here's Fultz. He's covered closely. Looking at the last game for Orlando, it was a loss to the Pistons in Detroit. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here. Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for Orlando. Augustine comes in for Fultz. And then for Toronto, Hollis Jefferson comes in for OG Anunoby. Davis is subbed in for Powell.
Well, that's about court awareness. Hollis Jefferson playing very well within the confines of this offense.
Here's Augustine. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And that's the kind of move that will always pay off, even against tight defense like he was facing on that possession.
Siakam outside. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it.
And the numbers now for Pascal Siakam coming off a terrific season. He averaged about 17 points a game last year, 7 rebounds and 3 assists. And what is crazy is that these numbers might not even do his game justice. He's been phenomenal.
Feels like every night this guy does something that just blows your mind. So fun to watch, someone the other players look up to.
Orlando making some changes. Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for Kem Birch. And it's Ross in for Evan Fournier. And then for Toronto, Boucher is checked in. And Thomas subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. Now here's Ross. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Here's Hollis Jefferson. He's covered by Aminu. Hollis Jefferson can't hit.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And the Magic making a change here. Frazier's checked in. And Augustine kicks to Aminu. Pass to Bamba. He dishes it to Ross. Back to Bamba for the three. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Here's Davis. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Raptors lead by 5.
Pretty dime there, the kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Augustine against Davis. Here's Ross. Another shot. And Bamba with the lay-in.
This is a skilled, hungry offensive rebounder, and Mo Bamba's size and motor make him a problem on the windows.
Now here's Davis. 11 points for him in that last game against Philadelphia. Passes it to Thomas. Outside Gasol. Connects from three-point range. Gasol's got 7 points. Doris, there is nothing like opening night in the NBA. Every fan base just teeming with optimism for the upcoming season.
I think all of us are just so thrilled to have NBA basketball back. There's no losses in the losing column. Everybody's happy. Let's tip it off and go.
And guys have that little step, and these first weeks of the season are always exciting.
Oh, no doubt. Everybody's bursting with enthusiasm. Players are fresh.
Frazier against Davis. Frazier dishes to Ross. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And a career high in scoring, Doris, for Terrence Ross last season.
Boy, he thrived in the instant offense role off the bench. This guy unleashed into an aggressive, assertive, shot-hunting scorer. What a season he had. Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Boucher. Kicks it to Thomas. Down low, stolen by Bamba. Here's Frazier. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. This is his first chance at the line tonight. Free throw good, Frazier.
Boy, guys, you think about the turnaround in Orlando last season. One of the big parts of that turnaround, obviously, was the great production they got out of the center position.
Augustine against Davis. To the right side. Tries it from 9. Bamba with the block.
I'll tell you, the kind of lockdown defender Mo Bamba can be. Send it back, young man.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Davis. But he stays with it. And again, no good by Toronto. And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Magic. He feeds it to Aminu. And it's blocked. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Frazier covering. Davis looking for an opening. The pass to Thomas. Raptors need to get a shot off. Here's Hollis Jefferson. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. And the Raptors lead by 2. Doors for the Magic last year. Vucevic putting up career numbers.
Boy, Kev, he was dynamite. Averaged over 20 points a game for the first time in his career, and he combined that with 12 rebounds. Consider that came after this organization drafted a center in the lottery, Mo Bamba. So what's the future for those two?
And so here's Toronto after the Magic pick up 2. Davis, the pass to Boucher. Toronto working the ball around now. Outside, Davis. Bamba with the block.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
And that was the gamble to keep him on the floor with all those early fouls, and looks like they've lost the bet.
The Magic shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. Carter Williams, he's checked in for Frazier. And both free throws good for Ross. Toronto's gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. There's 37 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. It's stolen by Carter Williams, and now Augustine pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Well, I know he's in his third decade, but DJ Augustine still has a second gear. So dangerous in the open floor.
Davis against Augustine. Pass to Thomas. Bamba with the block. Ross against Thomas. Ross gets to Carter Williams. And here's Augustine. From deep. And that does it for the first quarter. Magic out in front. They're up by 4. 2K Sports, back in a moment from the Amway Center. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, for the Magic, what jumps out to you so far, numbers-wise?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Total intimidation that first period. That is what has helped power them to this early lead.
Raptors trail by 4. Al Farouk Amino is out there with Bamba. Then it's Terrence Ross. Then it's Michael Carter Williams. And it's Augustine in at the point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Ross against Thomas. Just 4 to shoot. And it's Mohamed Bamba with the foul. That's his first foul. So it's Toronto now. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Well, this is how you shut him down. A tremendous contest against a very skilled player.
Carter Williams feeling it out a bit. Pass to Ross. And Gasol comes to help. Bamba's shot is off. Raptors trail by 4. Here's Boucher. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Davis up top. He's covered by Aminu. Count it.
And they know for next time, don't let him establish position down low.
Well, Greg, coaches call that doing your work early. If you are there defensively, it really does not allow for him to establish that kind of excellent positioning down low.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the reasons Toronto was able to win the NBA championship was the astronomical improvement from Pascal Siakam, who was recognized as the league's most improved player. It was the dream of Pascal's late father that he'd reach this level. And his determination to make that reality has brought him a long way from home. Kevin?
It has indeed, D.A. Great story, and thank you. Here's Anunoby after the Magic pick up 2. Here's Van Vliet, and it's denied. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Bamba. Fultz, he's checked in for the Magic. And Toronto also making a switch. Powell's checked in. Over Fultz. And the Raptors miss again. Orlando leading by 4. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Siakam.
Well, you think into Markelle Fultz's early part of his career, he was under such scrutiny as the #1 overall pick. This guy's starting to prove how valuable he can be.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Khem Birch comes in for Bamba, and Isaac subbed in for Al-Farouq Aminu. Powell finds Van Vliet. To the middle. They swipe it. Pass to Carter Williams. Here's a one-do, covered by Van Vliet. And there's the pass to Fultz. A putback. It's good on the putback. Birch has got the lead up to 7 now for the Magic.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Van Vliet can't get it to go. And it's Fultz with the ball for the Orlando Magic. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. They can look forward to the Cavaliers after this game in a matchup against Cleveland. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. Shot clock at 6. Birch kicks to a one-do. Got a piece of it. One-on-one fast break. Here's Powell and the dunk by Powell.
Woohoo! The leaping ability of Norman Powell. Throw it down, sir.
Magic leading by 5.
Well, you think about the solid first year Steve Clifford had coaching the Orlando Magic. This team had a solid season with a great leap on the defensive end of the floor. Clifford once again showing he is a great defensive mind in the NBA coaching ranks.
Van Vliet finds Siakam. Wow, way off on that one. Orlando's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Fultz with the ball. Powell's there. Now Fultz. He's got 7. Carter Williams, the pass to Birch. Fires the 3. With the clock winding down, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
The Magic making a switch here. Fournier is checked in. And with Clifford and the defense, he's excelled in that area his whole career.
Well, think back at both stops in Charlotte and Orlando. His teams have been really solid on the defensive end of the floor. They limit turnovers, second chance points, get back in transition, build the wall. It's becoming his calling card as a coach, guys.
And the first one at the line is good. And only 6 feet tall in shoes, Fred Van Vliet's not the biggest, but his toughness grew. His toughness, mentally and physically, is unquestioned.
And Kevin, growing up in Rockford, Illinois, gave him that perspective. Friends and family gone too soon. Basketball was the path to something better.
And here are the Raptors now, following the miss by Evan Fournier. And Michael Carter Williams gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Powell kicks to Anunoby. Toronto working the ball around now. Boucher passes to Anunoby. Rejected by Isaac.
You can see the long wingspan of Jonathan Isaac coming into play twice on the pipes.
Pass to Fultz. Passes it to Fournier. And it's Carter Williams in the corner. And that one drops. And the Magic lead by 8.
Carter Williams looks like he's floating out there, but has that deceptive first step.
Carter Williams against Powell. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Doris, you and I enjoy discussing pure scorers, great shooters, but guys that can score a myriad of ways. Give us a couple of names that we don't always hear about that really impressed you.
Well, one young man who I think has got an offensive game that is really continuing to grow and is quite beautiful already is Zach LaVine. But probably the best example, Kev, would have to be the multi-time winner of the Six-Man Award, and that's Sweet Lou Williams. This guy can score against any defense. He's great in pick and roll. He has become a better playmaker, but Lou Williams is a problem to guard.
As people will say, he is a professional scorer.
That's perfect, yes.
Stolen by Van Vliet. Siakam outside. Back to Van Vliet. 6 on the shot clock. Siakam against Carter Williams. And again, Toronto no up.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Now, here's Fultz. 7 points in the game. Back to Birch. That one drops for him. Birch has got the lead up to 8 now for Orlando.
I'll tell you, he's having his way right now in the second period. Forget the first quarter. Let's get to work.
Pass to Van Vliet. Knocked away. Isaac with the steal. And now Carter Williams pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Here's Anunoby. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And it seems like every team is in search of the, quote, power wing. The guys that have the quickness to defend on the perimeter and the strength to battle inside. OG Anunoby certainly fits the bill.
Frazier, he's checked in for Carter Williams. Marc Gasol's checked in for the Raptors. And there it is for him. 9 points from Markelle Fultz.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Van Vliet with it. He's got 5. Now the pass to Siakam. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Siakam's got 5 points so far. And a 7'2" wingspan for Anunoby. He's got the reach, Doris, of a big man.
He does, Kevin. He also has the strength of a big man, but he's got the versatility defensively to guard across 4 positions. It's about finding consistent minutes for OG because the potential is there, Kevin.
Now, here's Siakam. He's coming off a 25-point game against Philadelphia.
And his scoring is going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
Here's Isaac, and it's blocked. Passes to Anunoby. And Siakam has it in the corner. Pass to Anunoby. He can't get that one, and Orlando will come the other way.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Here's Birch, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Siakam.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Orlando making some changes. Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for Jonathan Isaac. Ross comes in for Evan Fournier. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Markelle Fultz. And then for Toronto, Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Anunoby. Thomas comes in for Norman Powell. Davis is subbed in for Fred Van Vliet.
And last season, the first ever NBA Finals for the Toronto Raptors.
What a tremendous run, Greg. Think about it. In the Eastern Conference Finals, they go down 0-2 before winning 4 straight to close out the Bucks. And forget about the city of Toronto. The entire country of Canada was on fire for Raptors basketball. And how do they reward them? NBA championship.
Now here is Augustine. Ross with a wide open look sinks the three-pointer. Ross has got 9.
You have to know when to simply catch and shoot, and it serves Terrence Ross very well that time.
The drive by Siakam. And the Raptors miss again.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Pass to Augustine. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Boy, DJ Augustine, the number 9 pick in 2008, he has certainly been well-traveled in his career.
And Orlando making a change here. Bomba's checked in. And despite the journeyman career, Augustine is playing his best ball now.
Well, it's reflected in his shooting percentages, Kevin. Over the last few seasons, he has really taken off in terms of his efficiency. This is probably one of the most underrated shooters in the NBA.
Here are the Magic now. After Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. For 3, Ross. Offensive rebound, Aminu. And that one drops for him. And the Magic lead by 10.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Davis kicks to Siakam. Second chance shot, and it's Davis missing. Orlando's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Ross with room to shoot. The basket is good. The assist from Augustine. Augustine's got 3 assists now in this one. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
The pass to Siakam. Outside Gasol. Free throw line jump shot. Count it, and the Orlando lead has been cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Siakam.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Now here is Augustine. He's got 5. That one off the back iron and out. Raptors trail by 10. Siakam outside. Outside, Davis. Passes it to Gasol. Bomba with the block. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. To the inside with 2 seconds left. And Ross with the slam.
And Kev, this is exactly what you expect from DJ Augustine. This is why coaching staffs love him. He makes everyone better.
And we finished one half of basketball. Magic lead by 12. 2K Sports back in a moment from the Amway Center.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. It is bedlam here. The hometown crowd loving that first half. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. During one stretch, they trailed by 7, never falling behind too far. They dialed up the pressure quite a bit in the second quarter at both ends, and it worked out well for them as their lead grew all the way to 12 points at the break. Shaq, what'd you think about the Magic?
I don't think anyone expected to see such numbers from the bench, you know. I'm impressed. It was what they needed, the jolt they needed, Ernie. Wow, I never knew their bench. As a matter of fact, I don't even know any of their players coming off the bench. Man, keep going, bench guys.
Kenny, let's get your thoughts on the Raptors.
It looked like they were shooting threes blindfolded. Sometimes you can get cold, but that.
And that's going to do it for our halftime.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Terrence Ross with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
So for Toronto right now, On the wings, Powell and Anunoby. Siakam at power forward with Gasol at center. And it's Van Vliet in at the 1.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Fournier passes to Birch. And here's Fultz. 6 to shoot. Outside Fournier. Over Siakam. They grab their own miss. And so Gasol will bring it up for the Raptors. A 12-point game. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Pass to Van Vliet. And it's sent back by Isaac.
Boy, that makes him 0 for 3 to start the second half. Not the start you were hoping for here.
Birch. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got 11 rebounds in the game. Siakam passes to Powell. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Markelle Fultz.
See, the athleticism of Norman Powell is a problem. This guy understands how to get defenders committed to him.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Of course, you can't help but notice that teams are shooting earlier in the shot clock. One theory being the faster you shoot, the more possessions you get.
Well,
and the numbers would speak to that.
No doubt, Kevin. And the reality is, for announcers and for fans, that breakneck pace makes it more exciting for us. One NBA coach told me this past year that your field goal percentage in the first 10 seconds of the shot clock gives you your best opportunity to make it. And the longer that shot clock goes on, the more your field goal percentage dips. So, hey, good for us, good for the fans, good for the teams.
And that's because the defense has a chance to settle, correct?
Exactly right.
Here's Anunoby. Inside. Here's Siakam. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Isaac's got 6 rebounds here tonight. He kicks it to Fultz. Back to Isaac. Sinks that one from the post.
Well, this guy knows it's his role to get his guys going. Fultz doing a nice job moving the ball.
Van Vliet passes to Anunoby. Now here's Van Vliet, guarded by Fultz. Van Vliet passes to Anunoby. Shoots from the elbow. Fournier pulls it down.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Shoots from the elbow. Fultz, no good.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
I'll tell you, it's 6'8" with elite athleticism. Good luck checking OG Anunoby on the interior.
Third quarter of basketball here in just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Fultz looking around. He's looking for Isaac and finds him. Shoots over Van Vliet. And the basket by Isaac. Isaac's got 4 this quarter.
Well, Markelle Fultz continues to develop his floor awareness. Passes like that will create all kinds of chemistry.
Here's Van Vliet. Plays it up and banks it in.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Here's Fultz. Makes it off the glass. Fultz has got 11.
One of the keys as a perimeter player is always stay focused through contact. Markelle Fultz makes that shot despite the physical contact.
The drive by Siakam. And it's sent back by Isaac.
And I'll tell you, they're going to need more from this guy if they're going to cut into this deficit. Boy, when he's this deep, it's going to be tough to stop him, especially with a smaller defender.
Now, here's Siakam. Not a lot of room. Rebounded by Isaac. Isaac's got 7 rebounds in the game. Kicks to Fournier. can't get that one to fall. And Toronto will come the other way.
Boy, he cannot get anything to fall, but the teammates, boy, have they delivered.
And the penetrating ability of Anunoby, confident when it comes to attacking the defense.
Now here's Fultz, covered by Van Vliet. Down low. Isaac misses.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. To the inside. Back to Fultz. And there's the defensive 3-second call.
And the most improved player in the league last season, Pascal Siakam, got better in every statistical category.
And so he hits the technical free throw. And it's those diamond-in-the-rough players that so often elevate the top teams. And, Greg, that's what the Raptors found in Pascal Siakam.
No doubt. The 27th pick back in 2016, now a full-time starter on a rookie contract, just over $2 million this season. He is due for a big raise.
Outside, Davis. Pass to Boucher. Now here's Van Vliet. The pass to Hollis Jefferson. No good that time. Nice D from Fournier. Looking to get back on track here, and he makes that one. Fournier's got 4 this quarter.
This guy is more than capable as a ball handler. Fournier, clever navigating his way around the defense.
Here's Van Vliet. There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. From deep. Tries to keep it alive. The shot comes out, and Orlando the other way now. Here's Isaac. Doesn't go that time.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively. I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
Back to Carter Williams. Lock at 6. To the paint. And Bamba with the basket on the assist from Carter Williams. And it's 6 points for Mohamed Bamba. Here's Boucher. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Awundu. He's guarded by Thomas. Awundu kicks to Fournier. From outside, off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Wow, the vertical of Hollis Jefferson, simply unreal. This guy's got a little showman in his game.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
And the Magic, one of those franchises that's still looking for its first title.
And, Greg, they've been to the NBA Finals twice, but boy, did they run up against 2 of the all-time great individual closers in history. 1995, Hakeem Olajuwon says no to the Magic. 2009, the Black Mamba, Kobe Bryant, says, no, sir, I'm getting another championship.
The Magic making a switch here.
Terrence Ross. DJ Augustine.
Aminu finds Bamba. Back to Aminu. Pass to Carter Williams. Orlando moving the ball around. Shot clock at 5. For three, Ross gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
Yeah, Terrence Ross in his comfort zone from distance. This guy has always had the eye of a sharpshooter.
And it's Davis at the elbow. The offensive rebound, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on El Farouk Aminu. The Raptors have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
Marc Gasol is checked in for the Raptors. Carter Williams kicks to Augustine. Here's Ross, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, think about it, guys. For years, the Raptors have been unable to translate all of that regular season success to dominance in the playoffs. But last season, they changed that narrative. Now it's, excuse me, we are the defending champion Toronto Raptors.
Thomas passes to Hollis Jefferson. Davis against Carter Williams. Davis drives in. Bamba with the block. Now Augustine, 5 points in the game. Now here's Carter Williams. It's stolen by Davis. And here comes Thomas leading the fast break. And out of bounds is the Magic will gain possession.
And taking a look here at the numbers for Augustine, how he did last season. 12th in three-point field goal percentage, and he'd make you pay every time he went to the line. Top 20 in free throw percentage.
And who could defend him last season out there? Defenders tried to body him up and play a little physical, but time and time again, he drilled the three anyway. Here's Bamba. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got his 16th rebound on the night. And that focus on playoff results, Doris, something that Toronto embraced, wouldn't you say?
Oh, my goodness, no doubt. We saw it in their methodical approach to the regular season. They were selective with their rest for Kawhi Leonard. They stayed patient. They built chemistry. And it turned into results, the ultimate results, in June.
Van Vliet kicks to Gasol. Now here's Van Vliet, guarded by Augustine. Shot clock at 6. And Thomas, here we go. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. A floater. Gasol against Augustine. Pass to Bamba. Back to Augustine. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Augustine's got the lead up to 12 now for the Magic.
Well, just tremendous form. DJ Augustine, even in the mid-range, is going to be so consistent.
Now here's Van Vliet, guarded by Augustine. Looking to get it going. Count that one from Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got his third bucket of the night. Magic leading by 10. 29 seconds left to play here in the third. Augustine. Bamba wide open, and he fires. No good with the triple. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Toronto. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. And here is Van Vliet. Stolen by Bamba. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Ross is running. And it's Rondé Hollis Jefferson with the foul. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
And he has to take that long, slow walk back to the bench here. He'll watch the rest of this one from the sideline.
8 seconds left to play in the third. Augustine with it from deep three-point range, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Orlando going into the break with a 10-point lead. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. Back right after this.
Back up, back up, back up, back up. Back up, back up, back up.
And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates, Greg. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Terrence Ross is out there with Aminu. Then there's DJ Augustine. Then it's Markelle Fultz. And it's Birch in at the center position. That's who's out there for Orlando. Clock at 4. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Here's Aminu. And he overshot that one, missing.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Siakam against Ross. Siakam up top. There's the dish to Thomas. Back to Siakam. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. OG Anunoby's checked in for the Raptors. Norman Powell comes in for Fred VanVleet. Magic leading by 10. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. And there's the 3-second call. This one on the defense.
And the coaching carousel in Orlando for a few years has now become a point of stability.
Greg, there is no doubt Steve Clifford has done an amazing job in such a very short window of time. And that's after overcoming his own individual health concerns that forced him to take a 21-game leave of absence. What an incredible turnaround for the team and for Cliff himself.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching, and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well. Here's Augustine. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Gasol's got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Now here's Fultz, guarded by Powell, and the pass to Ross. He kicks to Augustine. There's the three. Cranes the three-pointer. Augustine's got the lead up to 14 now for the Magic.
DJ Augustine has turned himself into a feared three-point threat. Beautiful.
Siakam looking around. Dishes it to Davis. Passes to Gasol. Here's Anunoby. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And now the fast break. Ross with the ball. Rebound by the Raptors. Siakam's got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Gasol. Back to Davis. It's blocked. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Ross on the wing. Back to Fultz. Birch the pass to Fultz. The shot that time not on target. Good D by Siakam. Good on that shot. And with that, the Magic lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Powell.
This is Powell at his best. In attack mode, he is hard to stop.
Augustine dishes to Ross. Tries from 10. Toronto grabs the miss. Fast break, Toronto. The shot by Powell, no good. Here's Augustine bringing it up now for Orlando. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. The Magic again can't hit.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the three. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
The Toronto Raptors 2 summers ago making bold moves. Think about it. You trade away a franchise cornerstone in DeMar DeRozan. You fire Dwayne Casey in his Coach of the Year season. But it paid off in a huge way.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Owundu's checked in, and Fournier subbed in for Augustine. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, look, here's what Steve Clifford went over with his guys during the break. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go. Guys?
Thanks, David. The shot's good from Fournier. And the front office in Toronto, Doris, took a lot of heat for those changes you were just talking about.
Kev, their point guard Kyle Lowry wouldn't even talk to the president for much of the season. But the feeling was, from the management, in order for this team to break through, changes had to be made. Boy, you look at all the athletes on this team. How about Pascal Siakam? This guy may be the fastest power forward in the NBA. And if you couple that with ball handling, this guy is tremendous in transition.
Puts it up from 12. And that one hits back iron. Raptors trail by 11. Floats it up there for Siakam. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
Well, you love to see Norman Powell be unselfish and find an open teammate. That's pretty.
The Magic shooting in this fourth quarter pretty dire at 27%. And the speed and quickness of Siakam, not just an asset in transition. Doris, defensively, he is something special.
There is no doubt. At 6'9", but he's got a 7'3" wingspan. Siakam's combination of length and mobility, tailor-made for the modern NBA.
Powell, the pass to Davis. It's Powell on the wing. He's covered by Aminu. Powell dishes to Davis. Over Fultz, and that one's good by Davis.
That's about reading the floor. Hits his man right where he wanted it.
Fultz kicks to Owundu. From 11 feet away, they get it back. Birch. It's deflected. They retain possession. Pass to Owundu. Here's Aminu. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. Here's Anunoby. He dishes it to Davis. Back to Anunoby. Outside Gasol. Wide open look. Misses off the left iron.
And guys, this has got to be more of a team effort. Right now, he's playing all for himself.
And here's Fournier. The pass to Birch. To end the drought. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And you look at this Magic roster, so much potential.
I think, Greg, they have done a great job of drafting to the style of play they want to play. Guys who want to get after it on the defensive end. Guys who can switch and slide on the perimeter. Guys who can protect the rim. That is the backbone of this organization.
Fred VanVleet is checked in for Davis.
OG Anunoby is tremendously athletic, and when he plays with this level of aggression, it's hard not to foul him.
2 seasons at Indiana for OG Anunoby, and the 23rd pick of the 2017 draft. Great talk about his game.
You know, NBA ready physically from day one. You know, still working for consistency with his shooting, especially at the free throw line. But I like his potential as a two-way player.
And the shot goes in from Fultz.
And I just love when Fultz goes with that floater, showing a desire to add to his arsenal offensively.
Count it, and the Orlando lead has been cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from VanVleet. 11 feet away. Gasol with the rebound. The Raptors have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Here's Anunoby. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
Well, the increased playmaking ability of Pascal Siakam on display. Pretty pass.
Passes it to Fultz. Goes up the baseline. That shot missing. And Toronto will go the other way with it. Floats it up there for Siakam. Magic leading by 4. And Fred VanVleet is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. Now Fultz kicks it to Fournier. Six on the shot clock. There's the triple. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got 8 rebounds in this game. The free throw drops for Powell.
Well, one thing there's no question about is that Norman Powell is a gifted athlete. Now it's about rounding out that game, particularly his shooting.
And Toronto choosing their team name back in '94, the fans helped them narrow it down, and with dinosaurs all over the silver screen, it helped tilt things towards the Raptors.
And we all remember those early uniforms, those giant velociraptors across the front. Fortunately, they've toned it down a bit since then.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Makes it, and the next one could tie it up. That one drops. He ties it up.
And he's been rock solid at the free throw line tonight. A little bit of an unexpected bonus for them.
Now here's Fultz. Trying to break that ice-cold streak.
Listen, that's a look he can hit, but right now he can't throw it in the ocean.
Holds it up there for Siakam. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Pascal Siakam. Improvement, yes. Big-time player, no doubt.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. Pascal Siakam, guys, really making a difference here.
This is a timely timeout because this guy is hurting them. They've got to figure it out.
Get ready for your Magic Answers.
Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Marc Gasol.
And he's provided them with a major mismatch on that low block tonight. That they've been able to lean on his scoring in the paint. And if nothing else has worked, he's given them a reliable option on every possession.
Now the Raptors moving it up. Siakam's running. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Al-Farouq Aminu.
Well, great job to put it on the deck and draw the contact. You can see the versatility of Pascal Siakam's game. And after attempting no free throws in the first half, now he's putting the defense back on its heels.
Fultz the pass to Fournier. He kicks to Aminu. Magic moving the ball around to the left wing. Looking to end the run. Toronto grabs the miss.
I don't know if he's tired or what, but he is definitely holding back a little bit, and he has to step his game up right now.
Powell finds VanVleet. Right side, Gasol.
Well, the activity of Marc Gasol gets the defense to react and an opportunity to make some free throws.
And the first one drops. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. The Magic trail by 5. Fournier with the ball. There's a minute 47 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Birch. Magic working now with the new shot clock. The shot's good from Fournier.
The tested veteran coming through in a big-time moment. Evan Fournier, go ahead, sir.
Here's Van Vliet. Pass to Gasol. There's 1:26 left in the fourth quarter. Back to Van Vliet. And the Raptors miss again. And it's Fultz with the ball for the Orlando Magic. Pass to Awundu. Here's Birch. Here's Awundu, defended by Gasol. And here's Fournier. Clock at 6. The pass to Birch to tie it up. Powell pulls it in.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Passes it to Van Vliet. There's 39 seconds left in the game. Kicks to Gasol. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
And you can tolerate gas like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. They're behind by 3. 29 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. .29 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Fournier against Powell. Fournier goes in. Rebound by the Raptors. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
Well, as well-rounded as Marc Gasol is on the offensive end of the floor, can we remember that this was the Defensive Player of the Year back in 2003? What a tremendous all-around talent.
Here's Fournier, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. They get Marc Gasol.
At the line, shooting 2.
So the first one drops, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
You get a little glimpse into the mindset of Evan Fournier. This guy will do whatever it takes to win.
And now you're in a great position thanks to those clutch free throws. One possession game now.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So it gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
That's what you call slamming the door. This one is over.
From deep. Doesn't go for him. And so it's the Raptors winning this one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Mark. Not the prettiest of games, but you got the job done. What was the difference down the stretch?
David, thank you as always. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season.